Get ready to kickstart your journey to wellness with the ultimate guide in town. Welcome to Wellness Unleashed with Doc Stone. Join us as we journey through the realms of natural healing, where ancient wisdom meets modern science. Prepare to be inspired by stories of transformation and triumph. With Doc Stone as your guide, discover the power of holistic living and the joy of reclaiming your health. Prepare for a whirlwind adventure through the world of holistic wellness. From fitness freaks to spiritual gurus, we've got something for everyone. So grab your sneakers, your yoga mat, or just your sense of curiosity, and let's dive headfirst into a world of wellness wonders. Wellness Unleashed with Doc Stone. Your path to a vibrant life starts now. Well, good evening and welcome to Wellness Unleashed with Doc Stone. I am your host, Doc Stone, and I want to welcome you to today's show where we explore all the different avenues to support your health and wellness naturally and holistically. Tonight, we're going to talk about a shocking or a surprising topic. And might be a little bit creepy, might give you a little bit of the creepy crawlies, but definitely worth it as it is a huge problem, not just in other parts of the world, but right here in our very own United States of America. Before we jump into tonight's topic, before I tell you what this ultra creepy topic is, I do want to thank our sponsors. First of all, Aerostream TV Network. The good guys over there that helped sponsor this show and that are the network that our show is on. We are certainly grateful and appreciative of them. We are always looking for new hosts, whether it be in the health and wellness space or in the business space or the leadership space, or if you have a topic that you think would make a difference in the world that would touch a whole bunch of lives, then just reach out, shoot us a message. I'll be happy to get you connected as one of the producers for the network. I'm happy to talk to you about the opportunities to put your message out. Our shows are live streamed and they are also video on demand on all of the major platforms such as Roku channel, Apple TV, Amazon Fire TV, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Twitch, to name just a few. But if you would like to have the opportunity to get your message on all those platforms, just shoot us a message. We'll be happy to do that. We're also brought to you today by Doc Stone's Natural Medicine and Wellness, where we help make wellness natural using holistic methods to help you to reach your wellness goals. And before we jump into tonight's creepy topic, I just want to share, I'm always looking for new ways to help people in every way possible, not just with their health, but I would like to just give a shout out real quick to this app, this super app that I was introduced to and that I've been using here for the last couple of months. It is called GiveBucks, B-U-X. That's G-I-V-B-U-X, GiveBucks app. It is a super app that you can use to pay for your purchases. Rather than using a credit card, you use the app to pay, kind of like Apple Pay, at over 100,000 participating merchants. But the big thing is that when you use the app to pay for the purchases you're already going to make, you earn money back in rewards, and also a charity and nonprofit earns as well. So it's a great opportunity for purchases that you're already going to make. It's a free app, doesn't cost you anything. Just go to the App Store or to the Google Play Store. Look for the GiveBucks, that's G-I-V-B-U-X app. Download the app. You can only get it by invitation, so you'll need an invitation code. Here it is. Are you ready? It is Jeremy Stone, Jeremy-Stone, all one word, lowercase. That's your invitation code. Download the app, set it up, go through the process, and every time that you use it at big name retailers that are participating, you earn rewards, and a charity that you choose also earns as well. So it's a great way to give back and to earn a little bit of reward yourself. So what is this creepy topic that we're going to talk about tonight. Tonight, we are going to dive into the world of parasites. Now, here in the United States, and when I talk to people, to clients, or or I'm speaking on topics, and I talk about the topic of parasites, a lot of people here in the United States don't think that they need to worry about parasites. Oftentimes, when we hear the word parasites, we think about our dogs or our cats or maybe our horses. We all know, if you're like me and you've had pets most of your life, we give our dogs wormers in order to remove parasites. We give our cats the same thing. If you had horses like I did growing up, you worm your horses to get rid of the parasites. But let me ask you this: when's the last time that you ever wormed yourself? Now, I'm not talking about going out and grabbing some horse paste and swallowing it down. Please don't do that. But, when is the last time that you actually went and, looked at whether or not you have parasites? Because believe it or not, it is a lot more common than what people think that it is. Oftentimes when I talk to folks and we do our functional medicine testing with them, they are shocked to find out that they have parasites that they didn't even know they had. In fact, one of the first things that we do in our practice is we do a comprehensive gut testing, lab testing, and a part of that is parasites in there. And you'd really be surprised how many people here in the developed world have a number of parasites. Unfortunately, like I said, most of the time, people just associate it with their pets, or they associate it with a developing third world country. And this actually works against them because they're not thinking of testing for that. Conventional medicine, modern practice doesn't look for that very often as well. It's very rare that that happens. And yet a lot of times the chronic symptoms that we're having, sickness, they can be caused by parasites. So let's dive into this topic here a little bit today. So what is a parasite? First of all, a parasite you probably learned in your basic biology class in high school is something that lives in a host, you being the host in this case that we're talking about today, but it could be your dog, could be your cat, your horse, etc., and deprives them or utilizes them to get nutrients, so can cause a nutrient deficiency in the host, along with a slew of other health issues. So there's a variety of different types of parasites. Some of them you can see, some of them you can't. So you have some protozoan parasites like Giardia is one of them. And it's a very common parasite that we get from drinking water that carries the Giardia microorganism in it, and it can cause a slew of health issues. Can make you very, very sick, hospitalize you as well. And then we have a classification of parasites called helminths, which are basically worms. These are your tapeworms, your pinworms, your heartworms, your hookworms. These are all different types of parasites. And then we also have ectoparasites, things like lice and scabies. A tick, an attached tick would also be a parasite on you. And so there's a variety of different things that these different parasites can do to negatively impact your health and wellness. So oftentimes people ask me, Dr. Stone, so how do I know if I have parasites? Well, I kind of jokingly, kind of not jokingly, always respond that if you are eating food or you have pets or you're drinking water, you probably have had or may currently have some type of parasite. Ew, right? I know that's just yucky to think about. And it is something that we just don't realize that we have. So parasites are very, very common. And the good news is that we can identify parasites, and we can do things to help to cleanse them out of their body. And I'll give you some resources here in today's show. We'll talk a little bit about those types of things. So what are some signs and symptoms that you might possibly have a parasite? Well, there's bloating and gas, nausea, abdominal pain, fatigue, weakness, weight loss, or weight gain. It could be either one. Itching, rashes, eczema. Yes, eczema. So a lot of these different things can have a root cause of parasites. And so, there's a whole slew of them. And it's oftentimes why people are never diagnosed with parasites, because the symptoms are so similar to other things. And oftentimes the impact that parasites have on us will be in a cyclical nature. Interestingly enough, we oftentimes find that during a full moon cycle, that parasites will become more active inside your body, and you might experience even more of these signs and symptoms. You could also have nutrient deficiencies, especially anemia and from blood-sucking parasites. So, you could have a whole bunch of different issues. They can be particularly difficult to get rid of, especially if they've been in for a long time, but it's not impossible. And we use specific protocols to actually help people naturally to get rid of these parasites inside of their body. So, and before I got into the natural health space, I probably was like many of you, and I didn't really know much about parasites in humans. I'd always wormed our livestock, wormed our dogs, etc., but never really thought about it for us. But now that I'm in this space and I've had the opportunity to experience, getting rid of parasites out of my own body and helping other people to get rid of parasites in their body, I can tell you it's a very real thing. It just kind of makes sense too that if our animals and our livestock can be getting these parasites, why wouldn't we be getting these parasites? And so, the first time that I did a parasite cleanse using the practitioner grade cleansing protocols that I'll share the information with in the show notes for you. The first time I did that, I was a little bit freaked out by what came out in the toilet. I would have never thought that, and I'd suffered GI issues for many years, but I would have never really thought about what it could be that's coming out. Now, sometimes, like I said, a lot of parasites are microscopic. You won't see them in your bowel movements, but there are a lot of other parasites that, if you do have them, like liver flukes and worms, etc., you will definitely see those coming out if you are doing a proper cleanse, detoxification from these parasites. So, the global impact. How prevalent is it really? Well, it's way more prevalent than people think. It's all over the world. Parasites are an issue. There are some populations that might be more prone to it. If you eat sushi, if you eat pork, if you are on a farm or you have pets, you're going to be much more likely to have these parasites. If you travel abroad, you're likely to get parasites. Some of these protozoan parasites that can be in water, you can get when you travel, especially down south in warmer climates. The warmer parts of the United States tend to have more parasites than the colder parts of the United States and the developing country. Children are more susceptible because their immune systems aren't necessarily as strong. And plus, they tend to do things like, eat dirt, play in the mud, play in the dirt, step in things barefoot. So, it is definitely a problem in a large portion of the world. In fact, everywhere, really. It's not just in the developing countries. So, but again, we can get rid of those. So, Conventional medicine, oftentimes, like I said, they miss out on parasites because they're not testing for them very often. But there are some tests. You can do an OVA test with a stool sample where they're testing for the eggs and parts of the bodies of the parasites. Maybe a blood test as well, and they're able to do that. Sometimes doing a skin exam. They'll be able to identify some of those ectoparasites as well. There are some antiparasitic medications that physicians will prescribe to people. One of them, of course, ivermectin. Everybody heard about that during COVID. Ivermectin is very commonly given to horses, but it is also prescribed to human beings as well. And there are a few others that are used. Again, these medications, though approved by the FDA, can have side effects that you want to make sure that you discuss with your physician before taking these medications. For some of the protozoa type parasites, you might be prescribed an antibiotic, but as we've mentioned in the show before, antibiotics are not without their side effects. They're really good at wiping out different types of microorganisms, but they also tend to wipe out your good microbiome as well, weakening your immune system and creating a slew of other issues. So make sure that if you are going to take antibiotics, that you are taking a probiotic at the same time. But use antibiotics sparingly, and we'll talk about some of the natural solutions for you that might help you to be able to avoid necessarily having to take long bouts of antibiotics. So you want to make sure that you get this diagnosis and you get a diagnosis and you're cautious about what it is that you actually take. Many treatments require prescription medications, and they don't always eliminate all parasite types. So what are some natural treatments for parasites? Well, glad you asked. First of all, you may want to use these in conjunction with the medical prescriptions that you get, or, you may want to try using these on their own before going to a pharmaceutical. We are going to talk about some of these different things. I'm also going to talk about the protocol that I use personally myself and with clients that I recommend. There will be a link in the show notes so that you can also get those yourself. You can only get them through approved qualified health practitioners like me, and I will provide that link for you. Like I said, you can order them directly, and they are the most effective at detoxifying and removing parasites that I'm aware of. So for many years, there's different traditional, holistic, naturopathic practitioners have used herbal medications. Some of the herbs that have been found to support people with parasitic infections to help them to eliminate them possibly is wormwood. Wormwood, that's the name, is known for its ability to target parasites, especially the intestinal parasites. These can be in capsule form. They can be in tincture form. And I like to personally, use the protocol that I'll share with you, but I also make my own tinctures for myself, for my own health and wellness. Black walnut hulls are also very, very anti-parasitical and may help you in this area. I actually grow my own black walnuts, harvest them, and make my own tinctures and capsules from them. So it's something that I use on a regular basis, have great success with them. The practitioner grade supplements that I recommend to my clients and everything all contain wormwood and black walnut hull in them. So you'll be getting those with the protocol that I'll share with you. Clove, again, as well. Cloves tend to be anti-parasitic, and clove is I like to combine it with the wormwood and the black walnut because cloves tend to target more the eggs of the parasites and very effective. So when you have all three of those in a supplement, like what we use with our folks, it is a triple whammy in helping to not just support elimination of the parasites, but also to support the elimination or the killing of the eggs. Some supportive foods, pumpkin seeds, garlic, those are all ginger. Again, if you can add these into your diet, great. If not, we do have supplement forms of those as well. And those are antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, so many different health benefits to those food items, and using them in a supplement form is also extremely potent. Prebiotics and probiotics, again, having the right microbiome and to support your immune system is very, very beneficial to helping to eliminate as well these things. As always, make sure that you consult with a healthcare provider if you have any questions about a particular disease or illness. We don't diagnose or anything on this show, but do make sure that you consult a provider to get the support and the help that you need. So some alternative treatments, after the herbal remedies, homeopathy, there's some practitioners that practice homeopathy, and that might be supportive for you. Acupuncture and traditional Chinese medicine. There are some specific Chinese herbs that can be supportive of you if you do have parasites. Biofeedback, frequency therapy. There's different types of modalities with frequencies or whatnot that can disrupt the parasitic frequencies and help to remove those. And then there's fasting and detox programs. Now, one of the detox programs, the most effective that I found that is available to the public, but it's only available through a practitioner, like I said, is through Cellcore Biosciences. We use their Para 1, Para 2, Para 3, and Para 4, as well as the TUDCA and the different products to help to stimulate the kidney and liver, support the health there and the lymphatic system. So, the great way is to use the Jumpstart protocol. It all comes already with the directions in you. It comes with the boxes with the different supplements in there. I'm telling you, the first time that I went through the first round with the protocol there myself personally, I was shocked by what came out of my toilet. And I hear testimony after testimony after testimony of, oh my God, what is that in my toilet, doc? It is just a phenomenal product that is clinically tested. It is just top notch. And so I'm going to put the link down in the show notes. Again, because you can only get it through a practitioner, a qualified certified practitioner, you have to have the link. The link is in the show notes, and just create your account. If you have any questions about which products would be best for you, we're happy to answer any questions for you there. So how are some ways that maybe we can prevent parasites? Well, one of the best ways that we can prevent parasites is just make sure that we're practicing proper hygiene. When we're traveling abroad, especially in warmer environments, if we avoid drinking well water, make sure that we're drinking bottled water, trying to avoid some of those protozoan type parasites that we can get in there. And so, there's some ways to do it, making sure that when we're outside, that we're wearing shoes so we're not stepping in possible eggs or other parasites, ways that we get them so we don't get them that way. So there's a lot of things that we can do to prevent getting parasites, but in reality, the chances are is that you either have parasites right now or you have had them in the past. And you probably need to do whatever you can to support your system to help to eliminate them from your body. Deworm your pets regularly because, we're in constant contact with them. They can bring the eggs in. The eggs, otherwise known as ova, come. And we ingest them, we get them in our system, and then guess what? They end up hatching, and we end up having these parasites in us. So, making sure that you're deworming your pets on a regular basis, making sure that when you're traveling abroad that you're practicing safe hygiene, and then just keeping your immune system really robust. We talk a lot about the immune system on this show. It is very, very important for you to do. So make sure that you are eating a good quality meal, meals that you are whole foods, organic if possible. Make sure that you're taking high potency multivitamin and mineral. Make sure that you are getting good, adequate activity, exercise. And then, we can always do testing as well. Like I mentioned, we do microbiome and parasite testing. Here, we send it right to your home. You collect your sample and send it back in the prepaid thing. I'll leave a link for that as well in the show notes. Or you can go visit docstone.wellproz.com, and you can order your gut testing right there. We'll ship it right to you. Get it out to you, and within a couple of weeks, we have your results back from our fully accredited lab partners. So make sure that you go check that out. We do have a slew of other health and wellness tests. They're not available in all states. Some of our tests are available in New York, but most aren't. New Jersey is also restrictive, and Rhode Island restricts on some of them. But just go to the website, and if it's available in your state, you will be able to order it. So to wrap that up, parasites are a lot more common than what you think. Their symptoms, the symptoms of parasite infection, mimic a lot of other issues. You can get gastrointestinal issues, discomfort, gas, bloating, weight loss, weight gain. You can get fatigue, all kinds of things. So, you likely, if you have pets, if you're eating food, if you're drinking water, probably could have a parasite. If you want to get tested, be sure to go to the website, check the show notes for all of the resources. But hopefully this didn't creep you out too bad. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and follow. And again, I want to thank our sponsors today as we wrap up, and Aerostream TV Network, also the Doc Stone's Natural Medicine and Wellness. That's us. And hey, make sure you go check out that GiveBucks, GIVBUX app in the App Store or in Google Play Store. It is completely free to download and to use. You just use that to pay rather than your normal way of paying. And at over 100,000 participating merchants, and make sure that you use invitation code Jeremy Stone, JEREMYSTONE, in order to sub your account, because you can only get it by invitation. You earn rewards, and the charity that you choose also earns at the same time. If you want to get your own TV show on the Airstream TV network, make sure that you reach out as well. We'll be happy to get you set up. And until next time, thank you and be well. Thank you for watching Wellness Unleashed with Doc Stone on the Aerostream TV network. The opinions expressed by the host and guests of this show are theirs and not the opinions of the network or our sponsors. None of the information shared on today's episode should be taken as medical advice. Statements have not been approved by the FDA or any other governmental authority. And if you're experiencing any kind of illness or wellness issue, you are encouraged to consult with your licensed healthcare practitioner. And we do appreciate you watching our show and look forward to seeing you on the next episode.